Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Dominions 4 Multiplayer Showdown, Episode 16, Turn 27. My name is Sabouts with the Ashen Empire. Let's begin with our turn here. Not too much happening except, oh, what is this at the bottom? The construction of the fortress in Olitha is completed. So we did it, guys. We got a fortress up, finally. Wow. That was quite the slog from the beginning of the game all the way to this glorious moment. It has been very painful. I think we've dropped for a fortress like twice, and both times have been mopped up and failed. Okay, so we got our first fortress up way late in the game, but as you guys can tell, everything I do is not pretty orthodox. So I'm kind of just breaking the rules and playing Dominions 4 the way I want to play it, which is terrible. But we're doing all right. We're kind of bouncing back a little bit. We got some lictors here, which is good. Actually, 9 lictors to be exact, and then a spectator. Okay, so let's go into the game and take a look. You can see we've got forces all over the place, as well as the fortress here, which is great. So we'll keep reanimating units here, but we're going to want to get another fortress up as soon as possible. Now, there's a scout here, which is interesting. I don't know whose scout. Vanheim's, it could be somebody else's. It's interesting that I see it. 110 enemy units. Wolf tribe. Wow, plus my scout. And we can see, I'm trying to get an idea for what Agarth is doing. So we can see here we've got, who is that? Man, oh, that's Man, the Tower of Avalon. Okay. I guess I haven't really seen their provinces until now. Okay, you can see Vanheim's all the way down in New territory. Where do I want to go with these scouts? What is that? 240 enemy units. I wonder if he's going to hit Asphodel, if he's coming down this way. That's something to be concerned about. I should track this army. I'm going to move down with my scout so I can keep an eye on it. Make sure all my scouts are moving out and about. They are the only scouts I have. Hopefully I don't lose them until I get the ability to make more, that is. Now I'm trying to remember everything I had sort of set up. I know I wanted these guys to raid the water again because that was an issue I'm trying to get resolved. That's right, and we've got this Mound King. Oh no, we didn't move him there. He just spawned in like that. Yeah, and we got Plague Hope, who's going to go with us into the water because they are, our mages luckily are amphibian. And then we've got all these here. And how many Lich did we get? Should have been 9. Okay, we got 12 in total, so that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Okay, and just a bunch of undead units here, ready to go. I don't really have anybody to put them on, but let's see. We've only got 15 death gems, so that's something we've got to combat a little bit too. All right, well, who did we get? One of these guys. You go ahead and research. We've almost got enchantment level 4. We're going to be there soon. That gives us raised dead. And twice born. Which is pretty useful actually. And Behemoth, which might be something worth casting. 10 death gems is a lot though, but I want to make a hard push for Horde of Skeletons and Pale Riders. So I've got everybody still reanimating. Now taking these guys here, let's go ahead and keep doing the Revive Lictor. I think it's worth the death gems, and we'll just save the 6 death gems for now for next turn, where we might craft something else. Like we might craft another Black Laurel, or maybe go for another Spectator. Okay, here. Not a whole lot of units. I do need more leaders at some point. But let's definitely continue to flesh out these forces as much as we can. And make sure I've got a fairly decent army. Especially with what appears to be Shanu forces nearby. Sort of threatening me, I would say. We'll keep the riders and everything here. Okay, stay behind troops. Alright, let's see what we can get for an army here. We don't have a whole lot. I think some of these are not amphibious. You know, I could just do this. I know I can, okay. No, they're amphibious. Okay, what about them? They are not. Okay, knew somebody wasn't. We are going to try to hit the water again. Let's go ahead and set battle orders. They can attack the rearmost enemy. We'll put them off to the side. Just put them in the front. Attack the closest enemy. Line formation. Behind our Solus here. Okay, and now here. We gotta... Oh, we cannot take any more. Okay, well, luckily... These guys got javelins, right? Okay. Luckily, we've brought this... mage here so we can give him some units. We don't want to take those because they're not amphibian. Oops. Okay, they didn't go down there. What the heck? There. It's because I'm clicking so quick trying to click off of them. Okay, there we go. Just, I guess the best way to do this would be to keep these guys somewhat in the same spot. That's fine. Closest enemies. Line formation. Put them right in the front because I'm going to take these guys and move them slightly back. I would be thoroughly shocked if this wasn't enough to take out the 20 units here. So let's go ahead and go for that attack. Okay, that should definitely be enough to take that water province. I feel very confident that that should be enough. All right. We're going to want to get another fortress up at some point, but it's going to be a little bit. We're going to take this water province, that's for sure. And then we're going to take this back at some point too. We'll kind of carve ourselves out a little empire here. And these water provinces will be mine at some point too. But I see Shanu here rolling deep with a 240 army. And you can see too that he's got his god here, Tutugasan. Okay, I do have all my province defenses. Yes. So I'd imagine he's going to come down here, which is why I've got my scout kind of going that way. I don't know if he's actually plans on doing anything or what, but I'm feeling pretty good with the army I got, so I'm not feeling too threatened just yet. Like between this army, all the units I have here, and everything I'm going to have between all this after it takes this, I'm going to have a pretty deadly force. Okay. You've got an army with you, but Antima, you don't. I want you to move back this way. You'll be able to ferry troops over to our new fortress. You don't need to grab a whole lot, but I want you to take the lictors. Oh, there is actually a lictor already here, so I guess technically you can stay here. Venom Spew. Go ahead and carry those lictors over with you. I'm trying to think of where I plan on launching new attacks from. I want to make sure I get these somewhat coordinated. I'm leaving units here to be able to defend or be able to break the siege if I get a siege. I should actually leave at least one leader here who can hold a decent amount of units. Simoth the Sensor, let's see. I should leave somebody. I should summon a leader unit at some point too, but I don't think... I do not think that it is an option just yet. Other than the sensor, but I don't really need another one of those. I'd like to get something else. A Mountain King. Huh. I don't have 7 death gems though. But I could get 7 death gems. Or at least I might as well. At least do the conversion. Yeah, let's get a Bane. They're pretty awesome generals. We're definitely going to grab one. Better than Mound Kings, and I've got Mound Kings randomly spawning up in places anyway, so no point to really push that. We're going to get a Bane, and then I'll be able to start building up another army here. That's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, the Bane's going to start building another army between these two fortresses, but it's going to be an army that can do aquatic stuff. For now, probably. I don't think I want to build like a... I'm going to keep piling lictors up with my Lich King because they complement each other very much. But this force in general is a force to be reckoned with. And you know what? I might as well get Intama the Censor some units too. Actually. Because then I can build like... So I'll have like 3 of these guys here and they'll all be pretty well equipped. And then I'm gonna... They'll roll with a lot of these priests too. Who are just gonna keep reanimating tons of stuff. I might want to get some more priests at some point too. But yeah, go ahead and do that. Just so I can get some riders. So actually... Take these riders with you. Because that'll help. The rest of the stuff I'll leave here for the Bane to start building up an army. Alright, battle orders. Make sure these guys got battle orders. They're kind of important to have. Just in case something happens. I need to... Even though I could set these... But I'll forget sometimes, so we'll just do it. Also, you are moving, correct? Yeah, okay. So I want to make sure he wasn't sneaking. Okay, I think that's everything for now. I should have the Lich King doing something. Like this needs to be... This needs to be searched for magic site still. You know what? You should have done magic site searching this turn, but I really want this. We'll take the water province. We'll search for magic sites there, and then we'll jump back and search here. Or maybe I'll drop. Maybe I'll take this army real quick, drop it over to here. My Lich King can do a quick search, and then that army will move into here, and this army... could this underwater attacking army can move here, reinforce, and start hitting these. So then actually I will take that Bane and I'll probably give him some lictors, whatever lictors I've got. Build up a big army with that and maybe plan on, I'll defend for a bit and plan on maybe taking some of these back. I got to get these provinces back at some point. So Vanheim's just going to have to put up with it. I can't, it's not safe to have it the way it is. And I'm going to push all the way to this throne too. I'm going to take this and this. But we'll see. It all depends, too. If Shanu makes another move down here, I'm going to assume he's coming to attack me with his 240 army, which I'd imagine that's what it's doing. It's definitely not there to look at. It's either me or Asphodel, and I imagine it's me. So, depending on how this battle goes and everything, I might round up all my forces into a giant blob and hit him when he comes. Depending on whether or not I think I've got the forces to hit him. Because it could be tough. I don't want to lose everything, but at the same time I want to make sure I throw enough at him that I can crush his army. If his army does come after me and I do crush his army, I'm gonna push into his territory and I'm definitely gonna take these 4 provinces. Like easily. Then he can stay over here on his little landmass and I'll own all the way up to here. And then I could take all this, I'll own this blob here. But that's just depending on what he does. So that's all hypothetical. But I know as long as, if that scenario doesn't play out, then I know we're going to take this water province. We're going to build up another army here. We'll have one army dedicated to water provinces, move it up here. Plan on taking these. I mean, I can move it directly across if I think it's prepared, but I think I'd like to get it over here so I can get it refreshed and refueled with fresh bodies before I push back out. And then we're going to take another army over so we could capture all the way to the throne and take the throne. Probably my Lich King army. Because by the time I move down and I add more lictors here and I flesh out this army with the units that spawn in, this army will be a good enough size that I'll feel confident leaving the fortress here, moving the army over and taking this. Because at the same time I'll be building another army here with the Bane General, with units that are sitting here ready to go. And are these guys amphibian? They are, so they should go with... I should leave these because I've got such a large lictor force and I'm bringing more lictors down. I should go ahead and leave them here to go with this army, so at least my underwater attacking army has some elite units. And they don't have any blessed units technically, or sacred I mean, other than the censor. No, I'm sorry, this army here doesn't have any sacred units. Oh, you're cursed. Okay. I really got to get rid of that cauldron. If he drops that, I'll be in trouble. I might move up real quick, drop it off, and actually, no. Can I drop it off here now? Technically, I don't want to throw it away, per se, but I don't need it, and I don't want somebody else to get it. Wish I could break it down for gems. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how everything's set up. Let me make sure everybody's got their roles. Yeah, you're just defending. No, you're not. You should not be defending. You should be going here. Moving and moving. Everybody's good where they're at here. Okay, and defend. These guys are going to defend for now. All reanimating, and you. Long dead warriors. Actually, there we go. I wanted to shift click it so it kept going. Okay, so other than that, I'm pretty happy with how things are. Okay, now real quickly, I got a message from Vanheim, and he told me that Agartha is pushing him back per se, but I don't see that being the case because as far as I can tell, Man is somewhere in here between Vanheim and Agartha, and Vanheim appears to be crushing Agartha from what I can see. Now I am going to move scouts up and try to get a better view. A lot of mountainous areas here where Agartha lives. I'm guessing this is his capital, somewhere's in here. Somewhere's in here. But yeah. So Vanheim messaged me asking for fire gems. I have 2. I don't have that many. But he said he would trade me for whatever I desired. I have contemplated being like, yeah, I want this province without any contestment, but I think that I'm just going to take these anyways. I mean, they got my dominion, so he can't be doing them any good. No income, population's almost obliterated in a lot of them. Boy, that's got one hell of a population. Yeah, so I'm going to send him fire gems simply because I'm going to ask him for, when I send the email back to him, I'm going to ask him for death gems because we could use them, and I'm never going to use these fire gems, so, you know, I doubt that 2 fire gems are going to make him win the game, and if he gives me 2 death gems back, 2 death gems is going to help me a lot. You know, that could be the difference between whether or not I get more, I get another spectator or something of that matter. You know, maybe some more wits or something. So yeah, I'll send him that. I'll send him some air too because I've got him. And he asked for any gems. And I'm never going to use these. I could turn them into astral pearls and then turn them into death gems, but I don't really get anything out of that because they get super, like, if you turn them into astral gems, I don't know what the conversion is, but it's super poor. So I maybe, like, out of all these gems, if I broke them down, I might get, like, a couple, like 3 death gems or something. I don't know. But if I send him to him and he does a 1-for-1 swap, that's a way better deal. I won't send him all 9, but I will send him 6 of them. Right? Or I'll send him all 9 and I'll just tell him to send me, death gems. So, yeah. And I'll just message him, I'll email him back and I'll just say, yeah, now I sent you some gems. I didn't have a whole lot. I would like death gems in return. I think that in general we come out on top of that deal a little bit better off than he might. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's got a stockpile. He'll have a stockpile of gems and he'll use it to destroy the world. I don't really know. But if he even just sends me like a handful of death gems, it'll be more than useful. Because that could be one more spectator doing research. And if we really want to push to enchantment level 5 so I can get the Horde of Skeletons and Pale Riders, then that's what we need. And then a Morian Legion. Which is awesome. That's pretty cool. That's actually really cool, but I will never have that much. Yeah, anyways, all big stuff. So that is the end of this turn, as well as the end of this episode. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I do hope that you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you next time.